Hello, Hexlings. So, someone just came and said to me, is it true that Ireland had sweat lodges? I just seen a TikTok where someone was saying the coloniser is writing this out of Irish history, but we actually use sweat lodges. And I was like, it is true. I know about this. I can tell you about it. So we know a lot of cultures have sweat lodges in them, okay? But the oldest archaeological site for a sweat lodge is actually in Ireland. So Irish sweat lodges, they're usually always built into the side of a mound of land, okay? Obviously to keep the heat in. They're always built out of stone. And they would be covered with soil and moss, okay? And how they would work was they would go in, they would lay reeds on the floor and they would light a turf fire. And when all the stones in the wall heated up, that's when the people would go inside. The doorway then, the small little doorway, would be blocked up then with turf. So sweat lodges in Ireland had two uses. They were used for healing and they were used for communicating with the ancestors. Remember, I always tell you the turf, the bogland is connected to ancestors. Remember, in the sweat lodge, they've lit the fire with the turf, they've blocked the doorway with the turf, okay? They're calling the ancestors in. The sweat lodges are always built near a stream because, you know, it could get really hot inside, so they would have to come out and cool off. So it was always built near a stream, like a sauna, right? So sweat lodges were open to all Irish people. It wasn't a class thing. It wasn't just for the rich. The poor used it, the rich used it. It was used by the whole community as a means to keep them healthy. It was used for various things, and there is written records of very famous healers in Ireland bringing people to the sweat lodges and packing them up inside before they'd even treat them. It would break fevers, it would help people absorb healing remedies better. There's the inside one there. Have I ever seen a sweat lodge? Yes, I have crawled inside one, and let me tell you, they are 100% claustrophobic. I would not fancy it. And remember as well that when that door is blocked up, you are in pitch darkness, hot pitch blackness. No, thank you. So this is a little snippet from the Irish Times. Blah, 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 blah. One of the oldest sweat lodge sites ever discovered was in Ireland. Rat Patrick. And there is another article where it's saying what it was used for. It was for relief for like arthritis, all different kinds of things. And it's showing the spiritual significance of it as well. So the sweat lodge wasn't just for going in and opening up pores, but it was for going in and opening up spiritual pores. This land could have been seen as a sacred place for the living and the passing between. So yes, sweat lodges were a huge part of Irish culture and a huge part of Irish spirituality. And if I'm correct, I could be wrong because it's just popping into my head, but I'm not sure. The heat could reach 90 degrees inside a sweat lodge. Let me go check that. I was correct. You can't read that, but you could Google it and it'll tell you it can reach 90 degrees. You can see it at the top there. 90 degrees, I was right. So you can imagine some people dipped in, they dipped out, you know, numerous times. Some people stayed in it for as long as they could. But there was, you know, because there's only one entry into it and it's very small, there was always people on the outside in case someone needed help inside. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed.